subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell icon. Thank you. Crisis in Aso Rock as Presidency backs Buhari's aide against Aisha. The Presidency has defended President Muhammadu Buhari's private secretary and nephew, Yusuf Sabiu, also known as Tunde, against Nigeria's First Lady Aisha Buhari in the recent clash that occurred at the presidential villa. Appearing on the television on Monday, the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Shugaba, said that Yusuf had a compelling reason to leave Abuja for Lagos. Yusuf had broken the interstate travel restriction rule when he traveled to Lagos to see his family after his wife was delivered of a new baby. It was reported the incident of gunshots at the presidential villa involving Aisha Buhari, members of her immediate family, her aide-de-camp Usman Shugaba, and Sabiu Yusuf, a special assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari. The trouble started after Yusuf's return to the presidential villa and allegedly refused to quarantine for 14 days. In an attempt to force him into self-isolation, Aisha's aide-de-camp Usman Shugaba allegedly fired some gunshots, an incident that led to his arrest and other security aides at the scene. The First Lady on Friday called on the Inspector General of Police (IGP) to release her security aide from detention. The Presidency on Sunday quoted President Buhari as insisting that the law must take its course on the matter. Shugaba explained that people are allowed to travel interstate if they present a compelling reason before security agents. The Presidency has not failed. Don't forget there is a caveat in that protocol. When travels are necessitated, they are permitted, and even in the villa. Hardly do you have a day without somebody coming from their state, whether they are governors and they come to do official business. Therefore, what is not permitted is frivolous and unwarranted travel. When it is warranted, the people can offer themselves at the checkpoints, and once the explanations they give are convincing, they are allowed to proceed. I think this happens all over the country. We followed what the NCDC and the Ministry of Health prescribe. The difference at the Aso Villa makes is that there is an eye on everyone, he said. And again, Usman Shugaba, Aisha's ADC, was released and reassigned to force. Aisha Buhari's ADC was released, reassigned to force headquarters, and others to regain their freedom. The aide-de-camp to Mrs. Aisha Buhari, Nigeria's First Lady Usman Shugaba, has been released by the police authorities after being arrested and detained since last week, alongside other security personnel attached to Mrs. Buhari. According to sources close to Aso Villa, Shugaba was released earlier on Monday and immediately reassigned to the force headquarters in Abuja. A former ADC to Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello, Shugaba is believed to know so many secrets of the top aides in the presidency, including those of members of the cabal, a bunch of individuals with close link to the president and unparalleled influence. For this reason, Shugaba is seen as a threat, especially by this group of persons who now consider Mrs. Buhari to be their major stumbling block in continuing to manipulate the president in their favor. Recall that the latest crisis in Aso Rock leading to the arrest and detention of Shugaba and other security personnel attached to the First Lady started last Monday, when Buhari's personal aide, like we said previously, had to travel. Then he then refused to embark on the 14 days isolation upon return from the private trip to Lagos. After refusing to self-isolate for said period and forcing his way into the Aso Villa, Shugaba and his colleagues rough-handled Yusuf, who later escaped to the residence of Mamam Dara, Buhari's nephew, and member of the cabal on Thursday night. Subsequently, Yusuf, with the active convenience of Buhari's Chief Security Officer Idris Kamsin, ordered the Federal Capital Territory Commissioner of Police, Balam Siroma, to arrest Shugaba, escort commander and other policemen attached to the first family. It was claimed that gunshots were fired into the process of trying to get Yusuf out of the villa, thereby breaching security code around the president, who called for a probe into the incident. As a result of that incident, a full-blown war was since emerged between Mrs. Buhari, Yusuf, and other members of the cabal, desperate to whittle down her influence in the Aso Villa. It was as well gathered from a reliable source that the crisis is far from over, as Mrs. Buhari is said to be hatching a plot to take a heavy pound of flesh in retaliation for the embarrassment she received. This is the news coming from Aso Villa, and if I'm to say, it's not a funny thing at all. I think this guy was wrong, this Shugaba, because first of all, he defied the NCDC order by making an interstate travel. But when he finally came back, he was supposed to go on a quarantine and not just enter the house. What if he carried the coronavirus from where he was coming to? So I think I'm supporting Aisha Buhari that she have the presidency, that they have to probe the matter. You too can as well become part of this discussion by dropping your opinion and what you think concerning this at the comment section. But please do subscribe to this channel, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell icon to get notified whenever we make any upload. See you in my next video. Thank you.